I mean, I'm more of a dude that tells
Tells
you
the
like a
story.
fucking story.
Yep.
Close your motherfucking eyes and shut the fuck up for a
And
minute.
follow me, yeah.
Yeah, you, boy, I'll lead you. You'd have thought you was literally sitting right next to you when you was going through it. You know where this came from?
Well,
Hustler, Club International, Playboy. I wouldn't even be looking at all the fucking stupid shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna look at these white bitches and shit. Like, and I'm not really into that kind of shit.
yeah.
What I'm into is these stories about like these sexual encounters with these motherfucking people and shit. And I'm like, this is off the chain, man. Descriptive um, writing.
Oh, yeah.
I think what might be here.
And you know what space that's really good in is those virtual role playing games. I'm starting to get into that next.
Like,
Sims. You remember Sims?
yeah, my brother was the Sim Coaster fucking god.
Yeah. Well, now they made it where they're virtual characters and you can make like virtual money and NFTs and
Oh, okay. You
have
got your own
virtual
shop.
marriages. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's lit. Now it's real or virtual. You can put on the Google glasses and
Really live
yeah,
that shit.
Oculus and type shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? All right, we gotta get a better cameraman because I'm soaking it too. Oh, that's good.
What about if you nah. See where that boot is at? Take that boot off the top of that. Put it up there, because that if you put it where that camera's at, that's a camera stand.
Oh no! I was just trying to make sure. I forgot I had to. I'm so used to doing things bootleg. I was going to take the candle to prop up the phone.
Oh, I was like, no, it's like there's extra candles down there too. If you need it higher.
Yeah. I just forgot I had this little stand. All right, what up, Toe? Welcome to the Chocolate Thunder podcast.
You know it. They get these moon rock snakes
Yo, what's
going.
that?
So we went to Cali, and my whole thing when we go to Cali is that let me find some good weed. Let me find some good weed for cheap.
Yeah, of course. I like.
Yeah. Go ahead. No. That's baby mama shit. I'm about to roll this up right now. All right. But they have. God, I hate this about weed though. You'll go here to get weed. It's the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
But because they changed the packaging on it,
Yeah.
now they want $25 extra on it.
Oh yeah, because it's all pretty.
You ever pull up to any Isaiah's gigs and shit when they be pounding them drinks?
Not recently, but I used to be like, I was like his dedicated fan. Like he used to get mad at me, bro. I got it.
You
But
don't
yeah.
ever see like Lee Patterson or
Yeah. I haven't seen him since I've been back because I'm grinding, but I give you Lee Patterns and Adam's number. And Instagram.
I know Adam's doing the medical shit.
Yeah, he's a surgeon, I think now.
I didn't see that.
And did you hear his full story? Me neither. And he was homeless at one point.
So was I.
Yeah, you too? Like it was just in the air or some
man.
shit?
Man. That's why. Don't worry about them. They the Philippines. But it's to the motherfuckers who have never been,
Some shit?
who've never had that, type of experience. Like crowd, couch surfing, or somebody's garage, living on an air mattress, some kind of shit like that. To like really start from the bottom and get it. So I'm proud of Rock for that, man.
Yeah.
We used to ball together in where's he? He's in New York, right?
Nah, wait, actually, because I had one when he was out here, he was on the east side. So wherever his residency is at.
That's where he. Okay.
Yeah. So if he still has it out here, he's out here. If it's in New York, it's. I know his goal is to be out here with Lee, Dad, you know what I mean?
And Lee does like financial planning or fucking
Down on Camelback.
something like him and
He's
his
a
wifey.
preacher. No wifey, as far as I understand.
Done.
I don't know if it's done, but I don't know if it's back on or, you know what I mean? Since I need to check.
You know when you don't keep up with with cats over the years, shit like that happens, and that just be part of life.
Yeah. And I didn't know why. And I knew it was something because I was like, I was sending my homegirls to go beat her ass. I know that's his wife, but still, like, my nigga was hurt, and I was like, and he wouldn't tell me why. So it had to be something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, dude, she need her ass beat, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, did she hurt your feelings, my nigga? Like,
Some people do.
Yeah.
Some people really do because they don't understand that there's a different type of like person out there that's big on loyalty.
Yeah.
And when you not, and then when you this false belief that this is what it is, and that's
And you gotta set me up for a far fall, yeah.
I don't want to say you necessarily take that into your next relationship, but you got an eye out for this type of shit.
You get the trouble,
and that's for any and everybody and shit out there. Like, I just be maybe a little used to this kind of shit. That ain't the fuck shit that I be with.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I'm way different than that kind of shit. And that's cool.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to prove myself, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay for you to find out that you don't have to be like that no more, and you'll end up losing.
Yeah.
You'll end up losing a lot more, like kind of playing cautious about, well, do I jump, do I dive in, or do I keep like tiptoeing? Like in relationships and shit like that, to be like, fully divulge yourself into this bitch and see what happens and shit. If you got hurt, you got hurt. At least you did it quick and early, and you didn't wait 2, 5, 8, 12 years to get played and shit. I got played within like a month or two. I didn't really have much invested into this bitch.
Right.
I know people like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I kind of agree. I just take the approach where it's like, all right, I'm gonna quote unquote fully invest as far as like I'm gonna just see you. You know what I mean? Just talk with you on the phone. But I'm not saying we're in a relationship. I want to date. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I want to hang out with you. I want to hear rules. Like, just to be honest, you know what I mean? I want to
yeah.
see how you respond in different environments. You know what I mean? Like, and then I want to take you and be like, all right, this is what we got. I do or I don't want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like the ones that this is such and such and shit. I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. Now I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna be over here and I'm gonna be doing this or whatever. They don't necessarily need to be right with you everywhere.
Right.
I can leave this person right over there and be over here smoking weed, handling my own business, and they can build their own fucking relationship and meet some new fucking friends and all that good shit. And I don't necessarily have to introduce you. You can introduce me to people that be at this shit. I didn't even know them. Like, you had literally linked up with them, and now that's the play. That's the play right there.
Right.
I like that shit. That's why old Ball and Chain, she like that. I could drop her off anywhere. She don't need to be up under me and shit like that.
Right. You don't gotta worry.
No, man, not even. You kidding me? And I like that kind of shit. And plus, she like to go fishing too. Man. That's a bonus.
Yeah, that is a bonus with a chick.
She could fish. She likes
She's
camp.
not fucking it up and
Yeah,
fish hop on this shit.
Outdoor, man, outdoor, and then can still go change it up and be corporate. That's it's a big thing right there. And then be like some kind of. I always tell my princess is 4. You feel like my princess is 4 years old. I hate them females that be like that. You gotta wine and dine me and do all blah, 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 blah. Can I get that? And I don't want it.
That part though. Reciprocity.
Yeah, can I get it? Can I get it? And you will never hear that come out of my mouth. So what the fuck are you gonna do for me lately? This ain't Janet Jackson.
Right.
Fuck is you talking about? No. Fuck no. I'm gonna do all this shit out of the kindness of my motherfucking heart. Just know that. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't appreciated and shit like that, at least I know that my mom and my dad, they raised a decent human being and shit.
Hey man, they did.
Yeah, that's all. That's all it is. Like, respectfully, and that's the same thing I would want for my motherfucking kids too. Because even you going through what you go through, you be like, well, I have a chance to chase that shit. So if they want to just be stuck on the fucking past, that's on them. It should be like, this is a whole different person. I'm literally trying to shake and move and do things that are generational.
Right.
Get to something a little bigger and better than just like, oh yeah, I can just kind of follow the crowd and shit, but maybe following the crowd to a point where I got it, and then level up.
New crowd.
Level up. Yep.
That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
Leveling up with new crowds. So
That's why I was hoping my boy would be here by now. That would have been dope. He has a different perspective on. He went to prison 15 years on a weed charge.
What?
Yeah, but in the process of that, he became certified to do wildland fires and shit. Now that's what he does. That just I'm so motherfucking proud of my boy for this. Like, there is a chance for rehabilitation in the prison if you actually apply yourself to it. Yeah, and you don't. You got to get to a certain yard to be able to get these kind of privileges and shit. So it's like a step
by level. So it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you get like 3 and below, you can start going outside to get.
That's what it is. Yeah. So he told me it was, I think, a level 2 because
level 2 and below. You can
because they literally kind of trust you that you can, you ain't gonna go out and do no dumb shit to be like, why would I go do that?
Right.
What? Not now. Then they'll be like
3 to 5 is like max.
Yeah, and they're. Them dudes are more prone to probably run. I can't die.
Yeah.
I never stepped foot in a prison, so I'm just one of them lucky guys when it comes to that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I don't think that anybody in their right mind would want to fuck that up. If 23 and 1,
right?
3 hots in a cot over literally getting the fuck out and being able to learn a trade and get out. This motherfucker's gonna do this. And shit, this is what he do. He fights fires and shit.
And that's why he's strong, like you said, because there's people in there that don't know.
No, not at all. Not at all. They so weak-willed, and then they get politics.
And that's what I'd rather say is the politics versus the weak-willed.
Because you had no choice.
To an extent, like if I go in there, especially as a Mexican or a white boy, and my older cousin, my older brother, my uncle, is a big brother or somebody in there.
It is what it is.
You kind of don't have a choice. Yeah, it's like to see one of those Mexicans or white dudes get out of that situation. That's
big time, man.
Yeah, that's
there's
big
hope.
time.
There's fucking hope. And then you get your other cats who just it ain't for them. The righteous path. Like I don't get how you've lived all this, right? I know what I'm shit, nigga. I'm versed. Cross my legs to this. You know what I'm saying? Like I know about, but righteous. I don't even know. How could you teach your kids righteous? You don't even know what righteous is. How about that?
Right.
How about that type of shit? And like my dad was a good dude.
Right.
He was a good dude. He taught us a lot of weird like life lessons. He was military, but he never spun it off on us that way.
Right.
Like everything was back home in Connecticut. Everything was. This nigga died. 21 gun salute. He's buried at the Veterans Memorial up there on Pinnacle Peak. 21 gun salute. I kept one of the casings and shit. And I was like, Dad was military? Like, you didn't know? And I was like, no, he never said it. No, he never brought it.
When he raised you guys, though, he didn't come with that type of discipline?
No. And it was. Here's the crazy part. Everything he does, it was so military, but he was like, back home in Connecticut, this is just how I was raised back home in Connecticut. He did not tell us that this is what he did in the military. And he literally raised us military to be like that. Yes, sir, no, ma'am. Yeah. I just thought that's what you do back east.
Period.
That's old school. What the fuck you mean, man? I'm like, shit. We had a black and white TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was old like that. Come on, man. Shit, nigga, what? Raised old school like that and shit. Holding doors saying, yes, ma'am, thank you, sir. Shit, like, just little weird things like that.
Well, it's not even weird. It's the beginning of being a gangster, a gentleman, like a man of respect. You know what I mean?
Yes. And to me, you'll get further in life being that way no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. And not everybody's going to be that way, and it should never kill your spirit about, like, you being a good person. Like, I'm not.
And I feel like there's a lot of that in the world.
That part. They're letting other little entities, like, literally kill like a supreme person that's inside their ass, because everybody's got that in them, but it's just maybe it's you, maybe it's them or whatever, and I start to almost leech to like kind of what I think my calling is. I would have never thought my calling was this, like chilling out and only really working and coming home. There's
But can I tell you what you kind of naturally do? Because I know what you did for me when I came over last time. You give like this natural encouragement. Like you help people gain immediate self-belief. Like, 'cause I know when you looked me in my eyes and you said, I got this, like I felt that. You know what I mean? Like, I literally walked out with my chest a little bit. I had air in the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, so.
It's pretty crazy you said that, because I told a football coach that before too. I'm like, I get the X and O's and shit. But me, I'm like you said, they feeling down. Get your ass over here. Come here. Let Big On get you and shit, and let's get that.
Motivation.
and more motivation than a firm belief in that we had practiced this 1,000 fucking times. This is not the time to think. This is literally to go and put people in comas. We are here for body bags. I got a buddy named Jason, not body bags. That's that OTB shit. I swear to God. I swear. What's up, fellas? And I'm not kidding. He is the and he motivates. That dude, Jason Allen. Jason Allen. Yes, sir. Yes, he does the one-on-ones with that Destroyer cat.
Now, who's the Destroyer?
He played football. He was doing football college, and then they found out he had a YouTube channel. He was making hella money off.
Oh, he's a kicker now.
Yes.
Shout out to the Destroyer. My bad.
Yes. I met this dude. They were humbly down to earth, cool ass dudes. But I played ball with Jason Allen. That's my boy and shit. Like, I don't know. That's a little different with him and shit. But what like the influence that these cats like have on like they travel the country now and do those one-on-ones that you win 10 bands if you did shit. I went to one of them. I could not believe how many cats showed up to this shit. Like it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible for a positive change.
Yeah.
You never know.
In every way.
You never know.
Shout out to Snoop. Yeah.
You never know. You never know who the fuck is really watching.
Right. I'm learning. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be crazy that it goes like it gets bigger than you.
Yeah.
I almost like that kind of shit.
And it is. It's a blessing.
It is. It
You
really
have
is.
other people that's going inside of your head and adding to your dream and making it theirs, and now you're part of their dream and it's ours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what'll be the dope shit? We get it on the road. We get them in on the road. No, we when we go camping. Of course, when you think we wasn't gonna do the podcast and we went camping, nigga, of course we had to do it. Well,
Oh, I thought you wanted to start the flag.
No. I'm talking about like when you travel different places and shit, and like, oh no, we're gonna set up, we're gonna do it over here. So it's not like we can't reach out to the people and shit.
Right.
We're just reaching out in a different walking different places and hearing like different stories about people and shit. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm down.
Can't wait, man. I can't
Talking
wait.
Podcast.
I can't wait.
See, and that was funny because when I was leaving, I was like I had an interest in the podcast, but I was like, man, I don't got like ideas, and I don't got I'm down to do like what I'm doing. But like what you just did, that's why I talked with on the podcast.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. And so I was gonna do it with my boy who does fucking tattoos. You can get a great story out of somebody while they're literally going through torture and shit. I had a guy tell me about his kid and how his son was up north and how he was stealing cars and how he was breaking into shit and how he was on drugs and he had to go up there. And I'm like, I had just met this guy 5 minutes ago. And he literally opened up like that and shit. And I was like, I don't know if it's the vibe that I give to these people and shit. They'll literally tell me their entire fucking story. I'll listen. Because I've been, like I said, I know what it's like, man. And if you feel like you ain't had nobody to ever listen to you, why not be that for somebody?
Right.
Be like a solid ear that's just not like, what? Bro, that's crazy, man. No.
Just to say.
Yeah, bro, just kind of, they're not really paying attention to you. They're not really like hearing what you're saying. I'm like, I could be rolling up the weed and listening to what you're saying to be like, I love to hear some shit that I've never heard. How about that? I love to hear a story that I'm like, whoa. I can't even, I
can't relate.
Absolutely no fucking clue. None. I love, whew, give me the goosebumps with shit like that. Like people who have seen more. That's why I envy
old people. Now old people, I agree.
I envy the fuck out of old people.
Yeah.
Who with their eyes have seen the miles they've traveled in their heads and shit, what they've really been through and shit like that. You see old folks, I'm like, travel. It's all this Euro stepping.
Yeah.
Euro stepping, nigga. Euro stepping through this bitch, motherfucker. I'm not kidding. I'm like, what? If I can get 20 more, I'm like, at least my youngest will be 24 at that time. She might be an adult by then and shit, let alone the other kids will be older. Like, that'll put me at like 63 around my mom's age and shit. So,
it's that type of thought.
Yeah. And that the kids would have seen this and they'd have been like, well, for whatever the fuck it was worth, like, we tried and we gotta go, like, you gotta start somewhere.
Right.
Everybody's gonna be green at every, you know what I mean? Who fuck stepped in and was like, I'm a professional right out the gate, nigga. Fuck you.
What do you think about Trump versus Kamala Harris?
So, no, my whole thing with any of the politics that gets brought up at work, you had a problem with Colin Kaepernick doing that.
But should you do politics at work?
No, because it's a divisional branch, and
Right.
It's all it is. It's to make people hate each other, and I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I don't vote. I'm a felon.
Because you already have the social politics.
Yeah.
Why bring in?
Yeah, you're never going to get the other people to literally agree with that shit. So it's just going to be a clash, and that's what they want. And I'm like, oh no, I commend all the people. If you follow Donald Trump and you support the fuck out of him, good for you. Good for you. If you do that for Kamala Harris and shit like that, even better for you.
Right.
If you do it for nobody and you're just like me and you're like, all politicians are fucking corrupt. There's no politics aren't in our favor. We the people, none of that shit. Politics are just corrupt for what it's worth and shit. I dap those here.
Now I believe in voting.
Here. No. I know that votes count. I'm not telling people, no, don't go out and vote. I'm a felon. I can't vote.
I got your back. We'll show how felons get votes. I'm gonna put something down on the next video.
So that it wouldn't have been the fake assassination. I think that's more of a shit show, and instead of just
Okay, I'm happy you brought that up. I feel it was a fake. Because how does the person behind you die, the other person wounded, and you get a scar?
You don't fist pump.
Why you
don't
hit?
Fist pump the fucking crowd.
Why you just got hit, my nigga?
I'm ducking.
Yeah.
They shooting.
No. And I'm happy you brought up the fist pump. What do you think he was? Do you think he was trying to use the fist pump to identify with again the black agenda that he's pushing?
No. I just think he did that to show the people that they could try to kill me. You heard the gunshots. And look.
Yeah.
And they still can't take me down. I'm Donald fucking Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a fucking razor blade taped to his finger, and when he went like this to like see if like what the fuck hit me, he cut himself.
Right.
Cut himself. Because there's snipers out there like, bro, with a handgun, you're not missing that shot. So you're telling me this kid that's eyes that are throwing like Debo? They sent Debo up there with glasses and shit to shoot this. No, you put somebody who really kind of knows what the fuck they doing. Donald Trump's not here.
He's hit.
And why? What? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was never discovered. No interview about the shooter. Yeah.
What the fuck? What is the reasoning to this? Like, honestly,
right.
Let this shit play the fuck out. Let it all play out and shit. Fair is fair, and that's just what the fuck it is. I'm all for that. I'm all for that shit, regardless if this motherfucker won or not.
Right.
Fair election is a fair election.
Yeah.
And if he did win, I'm not the one to be like, oh, it's rigged. Kamala Harris wins. Oh, it's rigged. Everything is fucking. I hate that.
I don't like that either.
I hate that. I hate that shit. I seriously do. Like y'all.
Because then now it's making us think if you do win, it's rigged. Just because you're doing the finger pointing, you're the one with the most money.
But for what it's worth, it's gonna be hard to beat the black chick who happens to be like Jamaican, Indian.
But where's her commercials?
She don't need all that shit. But if you do, wouldn't you do more of like the policies of what you can actually do for the country than like what am I just gonna attack Donald Trump?
Okay.
What the fuck I'm gonna do?
Because that's what he's doing.
That's all. What the fuck is he gonna do? What the fuck is Donald Trump? Hey, he's not saying anything. All he's doing is attacking. Look how bad. Like, but what are you gonna do? You ain't talking about anything. You're gonna secure the border. When has the border ever been fucking secure? Never.
And I thought we had 4 borders.
It never will. We don't live near Canada. It's never gonna happen. Get it out of your hearts and your minds. The borders will never, ever. You don't think the cartel is going to get through? You are fucking insane. Back to my blunt. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness.
No, you make good points.
I'm so serious. I'm like, people make the biggest fucking deal.
And that's why he's chocolate thunder.
I'm serious. When the fuck has the border ever been secure?
It's not. It's never. And then so let's look at the methods. They took the actual steel beam fence, the actual wire fences that's around our yard. They took the storage units and stacked them up on each other. They made canals. These are
cartel. They're gonna run it from.
These are the methods they're using to secure your border.
Esmeralda's fucking grandparents' house. That's just a shack that they run old chickens out of. But go to the southeast corner and go right underneath where the pen is.
Yeah.
There is a 900 foot tunnel that goes into some building. That's. Whoa! What? Whoa! What? The cartel does not care. You can.
At
Oh,
all.
God, they don't care. Oh, God, you guys don't care. And they'll send like 3 loads this way and get them caught. They don't care. They're gonna get.
But they're saying what they want to
45.
stop coming in. They're not necessarily looking at those type of immigrants. They're saying the immigrants that come in and take work.
No, I get those ones, but who's gonna pick the fruits and the who's gonna go cut those watermelons?
Well,
Who's
they're
gonna-
taking those jobs. They're taking farmers' jobs. They're taking construction jobs.
I see them
Like,
dudes
so
out
they're
of.
literally leaving their country to come to our country to find a better life via work by taking jobs from Americans.
I could see that happening for say the mom and pop fucking ran business out. There's a lot of them, but construction wise, because I'm in construction, it's hard.
For them to come in like that.
Yeah.
So is that kind of over exaggerating?
Big time. Big time. Them dudes out, most of them dudes out there that work like that, they speak English. They're from here. They
Right.
just picked up the trade. They just speak Spanish. They're not even fucking illegals, man. They're like, bro, I was born in LA. What you talking about? I just moved out. I'm from Texas and shit. I'm like, no, I was born in the States and shit. I just speak Spanish. But I get it. The illegals that are out there, they're the ones that are really making it back. Yeah, that's who I'm gonna focus on, Monty. Why would I focus on the motherfucking the people that are the good ones? That don't make no fucking sense.
It doesn't.
Absolutely not.
But that's the focus. Like,
Duh. You gotta have a little bit of fuckery, right?
yeah.
No, you gotta have a lot of it of fuckery because fuckery sells. Who's gonna be boring? Fucking boring ass podcast. How many people do you think are gonna watch that shit? They're like, they might dive into some few things. We didn't even get into like the Little League World Series. Not big these fucking kids are. These are 12-year-old kids. and shit.
Arizona went. We
These
got
kids-
number 2.
These kids. So yeah.
Oh wait, you mean I didn't notice that? Wait, so U.S. is not in the finals?
Well, no. So this would be the eliminator game for the international, and it's usually Chinese Taipei or Korea. One of them. Usually little Cubanos or Mexicanos and shit.
They go hard, bro.
That's what the little Hideki Nomo from like
Yeah.
back in the day, the fucking Shohei Otani motherfucker.
Yeah.
Cats can play ball,
They go
man.
play, bro.
They go to universities for this type of shit.
At 12.
Baseball U. All they
The
do
fuck?
is smack fucking sushi and rice and fucking bomb ass food and play baseball.
That's what's up.
That's it. Why do you think
And they produce pictures. I can't argue that. Like these
They sure the
cats is
fuck
like,
do.
These
They're-
mother,
They sure the fuck do.
this is like the 30th Asian throwing the ball 100 and something.
Hey nigga, you ever
But they don't got. I feel like they don't got like a life shelf life though. Like they
ever
come and
smoke
go.
snow
quick.
caps?
That's weed.
He said that's
Did
weed.
I show the camera?
You can damn. He said that's weed. Of course that's
So
weed.
you know this is Wheaties, but this is our chocolate
the snow caps.
That is crazy, bro.
It's so pretty.
They see this shit.
It's so pretty. I have a fucking light that yeah. It's all white. It looks like it's got cocaine on it, a little big sugar on it. You know,
Yes,
like, hey,
yes.
daddy, come on, just want another bump and shit. No, man, I love this shit with the THCA powder on it. And shit. I love this weed.
Oh, so yeah. What is it? Yeah.
So it's just from what the homie told me, you heat up the flour and you put the cold fucking powder on it and it sticks. And I'm like, cool. I don't give a fuck. Give it to me. We cut that shit up and roll that shit up. And then, but let me put some moon rocks in there. Let me put some diamonds. Let me put some sugar. And fuck, I think I had some hash at the time, so I put that in there. And I had some shatter. And then I put that on the outside, that RSO desolate mix, and then keeped it my damn self and smoked it to the head. All of that.
Oh,
yeah.
last time I was so blowed, I left my weed over here. I had bought weed from you, but remember we all had our own joint?
Yeah.
Because we came in with our own
Yeah,
blunts.
you left it, and I left it sitting here for the longest time, and I was like, I don't think Monty's coming back for a minute.
No,
I had to,
no.
I
I just remembered it now.
had to smoke.
Later, I think the next day I remembered it then. You know what I mean?
Did I leave that jitty
Yeah.
over there? Piece of shit. I did leave that joint over at the motherfucker's house. I bet you that nigga smoked it.
Nah, I already knew y'all it probably like fell to the wayside. Like y'all had way, yeah.
Yeah, no, I just.
I knew nobody was worried about that at all.
Nigga, what? Nigga, what?
Can I tell you the truth? I even thought, I was like, I bet you if I showed up a month later, it's probably like still sitting there.
It was gonna sit there for the longest fucking time, and I was like, Monty ain't gonna come back. Man, nigga ain't gonna miss this shit. Nigga. If anything, I was like, I got a paper. I'll roll a joint. My boy came through with one of these and shit. He was like, you wanna roll a joint? He's like, hey, nigga, let's roll a joint then. And I was like, nigga, what the? Like my kids be saying, what the? I hate that shit.
So that's a joint to that guy?
Shit. That's a jitty right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. This leads to smoking. Like, because when I get around people and they get around me, they're like, bro, you smoke. You know what I'm saying? But then when I get around you and Fridge,
yeah, Fridge smoke. He smokes those big spliffs too.
bruh.
Yeah, big monster dookie fucking joints.
And then you're like 1 inch above him. You know what I mean? Like, cause he's like, he didn't even warn me. He's like, here, make sure you have your own blunt. I was like, all right, whatever. You know, we walk in. I was like, oh. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is still growing. This is just the top half.
See, and this was dope about being in a legal state of weed,
Yeah.
where the state makes the weed legal. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it should be like my driver's license. I think my driver's license is good in Vermont.
Why?
But you get one in Michigan, Iowa, Florida.
What do you mean? So if we have weed in another state, but we have our Arizona driver's license?
No. What
Oh, I
I'm
was
saying is
like, what?
weed should be legal nationwide. What the fuck do you mean? Some people don't like to fuck with the pills. And I'm one of those people who just, even for like my bad knees and shit, like I would have to take some shit. I'd rather it came from the earth. And it's weird if I took like one of these seeds and like some of this water and like the dirt and the, you know how this goes and shit, and then kapowser, and then if I light it on fire and I stand real kind of close to it and I take one of these, fuck, yeah, oh yeah, crazy. Oh, and the fucking, which one? Got all these fucking cheaters. Oh, one of these. We'll smoke one of these first.
Now, I like the Jeeters.
So do I. And who likes these more? Old Ball and Chain. She likes, and I buy them. And what's crazy, she don't like sativas. And
Now, at first, I wasn't a sativa fan, but like FY, anybody going through recovery from meth or anything, sativa is your strain of weed. Dead ass. And another reason, if you work, if you gotta go to work and you gotta stay up, to be honest,
Focus.
sativa is, now indica to me, I take that to chill. Like I'm chilling, you know what I mean? A hybrid, I'm going out to have like, I'm chilling with everybody. You know what I mean?
I don't, it's, okay. I'm a weirdo when it comes to, an indica, sativa, blah, 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 this and that. To me, weed is weed. And, no, but hear me out on it. When I put the diamonds, the sugar, when I load them up, then I'm like, all right, now we're going places. We're doing things. But like, if I smoke this sativa, it'll get me high.
Yeah.
If I smoke that indica,
You give me stuff.
it's gonna get me high. If I smoke that hybrid, when we smoke the fucking snow caps, it's all gonna do the trick and shit. But
Right.
I like to stack it all. So how do I really know if the sativa was to do it? Like even out the gate. So I'm like, cool. I smoked the sativa and I put my water pump in. Then when I was done putting my water pump in, I smoked the fucking indica. And it put me down, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, so I had to focus to get some shit did. And I'm like, in my head, let me smoke this sativa. Because this is what is supposed to help me focus. You know what I'm saying? But now that I am sitting on the couch, it's time to get in the couch.
Right, indica.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's just how we gonna navigate through that and shit.
Right.
But baby mama, she can't smoke sativas. It makes her like
Nervous.
yes. And I'm like, how is that? I don't get
Yeah,
nervous.
I've noticed that with the sativa strain,
I don't understand. You know, like it's puzzling. It's puzzling to one. Yes. And shit. And I'm like, nah, cause I smoked that shit. I'm fucking good.
I think, because we're like real potheads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I agree with I'm going to smoke that and get high. I agree with that. But I did have to start noticing, like you said, when I'm in the couch, I'm going to get in the cut. You know what I mean?
That's like when I get out of work. That's what I want to do. Say what's up to the baby. She got approved to go to Head Start
That's what's up.
She starts, yes, that's big time. I'm like, poor teacher. Poor teacher don't know what the fuck she got herself into. She think they want to improve that shit. I go, ooh. Ooh. I'm be getting phone calls. My daughter's gonna be calling me, oh, okay, heifer, and then rolling her eyes. I'm like, yeah, ooh. Cause she a little black, a little Latina. That's what they are. They're a little black. What is? Oh my God, Will I Am. He's from East LA, Holmes, right? Yeah. He called them blolas, and I was like a black chola? Oh, get out of here! And blolos and blolas and shit. I was
at first I don't know.
Yeah, and Latinos and Latinos. Like my kids are Latinos. And Blaxicans, they're Blaxicans.
Now that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I was called a Blaxican.
Yeah, it's like a chimichanga with pulled pork in it. You feel?
I do. So I actually made a chopped cheese Southwest burrito.
That's what we're talking about. That's what my kids are. Like,
you know what I mean? So I made the chopped cheese, but I put the jalapenos in there. You know what I'm saying? The cheese, the tortilla, a little seasoning. Wow.
It's like menudo with neck bone in it.
Type shit. Yeah,
they niggas, but they Mexicans.
We've been around each other too long, too strong. I've been fucking on that bitch too long. Like, it is what it is. Like, I like all the shit you like. Fucking, it's too late. Like, you like all the shit I like. You know what I mean? Like,
I think too, a third is good. I think this is the bread and butter. We'll bounce like Spalding.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Like, our vibe will be like second to none compared to anybody. Like, no matter what. No matter, like,
you're talking about how we're moving right now in the conversation.
Yes, sirree. Like, I could almost confide in like, I'd be like, well, because I know it's a little different from Monty. Monty's gonna, even if he doesn't necessarily agree with it, how it's bounced off, and to be like, I could argue with somebody about some shit. You want to see some shit? You want to see a whole different nigga come out of me and shit?
Right.
You be like, oh my God, I sat back, and then we'd be outside roasting something else. Right. Roasting a black outside and shit. Be like, nigga, did not know you was gonna go in. I'm like, well, no, fuck that shit. Like, well, you get a different type of nigga out of it. Like,
and I feel you on that. We could do that.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna grow.
Yeah. You ain't always guaranteed to get the same nigga that, like, I could be different towards the homie. I could, well, yeah. And like me, I try to be me. So I've heard what you said before from other people and shit. Be like, bro, I almost needed to hear some shit like that. And they're like, and I'm like, straddle the fence all you want about that shit, or just hop the fuck in. And then, if it didn't, at least you did. Right. If it didn't, at least you did.
Right. And that's where I think that phrase, what you do in the dark, will show later.
Yeah.
So even though everybody else may be talking, it's always good to go like work, practice. You know what I mean? So.
And I love that kind of shit too, because I have a motto that you can always teach this old dog a whole gang of new tricks.
That part.
You sponge up the game, nigga. It's sponging all, nigga. You what? I'm like, sponge. Okay. To me, this is gonna sound like blowing SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Like, to me, what SpongeBob like really is, like, I don't even want to say this, but fuck it. That is the ultimate. That SpongeBob is like you sponge, train, all the knowledge you're soaking it all in sponge. Bob, now you're in, and now you're weaving. Now you're in the fight. Now you're in the fight. You're in the fight now.
Right.
SpongeBob.
Right.
To me, I'm like that.
And we really want to put it in a block.
That's like the Mike Tyson. To me, if you do it correctly, like if you sponge up enough of it, you should be able to bob and weave and like literally just be
as we're going,
and just be knocking them out and knocking them down.
I used to tell people, I was like, I may have lost in this round, but you gotta realize the difference between me and them. I learned, and then even when I win, I learn. You know what I mean? So
I don't take losses, I take lessons.
Yeah, lessons.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, you might have felt like you won, but I'm like, no, I appreciate the lesson learned. And shit. You say, I will never take a loss. Now I'm too old for that shit now. Like 42. Nope. No more L's. No more L's. We trying to get dubs and victories and just the next like foot forward and shit. And sometimes it's gonna be stagnant, and you just if you're gonna do that, you might as well turn sideways and start moonwalking and shit. And make it look
make it look good.
Yeah, make it look fresh to death. At least you got to that point. Because some people don't ever want to give themselves no kind of credit for what they do and shit. Right. I'm like, I got motherfuckers who tell me they're proud of me for like, bro, I see it. I'm like, we used to be out in the backyard. We used to be out in the backyard smoking and shit. They'd be like, oh, we in the cave.
I'll be in the cave.
Yes, the matrimony, the like maturation, there should be some type of, even if I'm on the same shit, if I'm on the same shit, to be like, at least I got my own now. Right. At least I'm on now. It's me, it's mine. Right. It's how we do it. It's not like how it's somebody else's rules or this. That's us. How we got it. And there's a lot of people that are established like that. Shit too. To be like, it takes a minute. So and this is just what you were saying. Like, oh man, But I'm like, you breathing? You said you had to go hit the gym today? You do that on the comedy thing? Daily. You feel like daily. There is certain parameters to what needs to get the fuck done. And then when you be like, oh, I got some niggas in my corner.
Daily.
I got some niggas in my corner.
Yeah.
I got some niggas in my corner. Shit. Like, yeah. So if you thought you was gonna fall off, because there's a whole nother. Because you go to the gym and shit, and I'm gonna be on these like super kind of weirdo speedo, Superman kind of like, just to like bend iron, like we just try to bend iron and shit, like sharpening and shit, because we would be the sharpening tools. So yeah, but it'd be like, well, we are pretty fresh to death about that and shit too, and know it and be like, so never mind that, we're trying to bend the iron now and shit too, but on myself. Yeah, on myself. I don't think there's a lot about that shit. If we got on and we did it correctly and shit, and we pulled a crew of niggas and we literally went and handled shit how we would, and they would know too. They're like, shit, they showed up like we have.
Is there money in arm wrestling?
Yeah. And to me, I'm like, cool, the money's cool.
Cause I remember the Sylvester Stallone movies.
Yeah, but there's real deal like shit with this, and there's the cats that really be doing this, and I'm like, no, that's fine because that's what I want. Might as well. Got a little size, might as well do something with it. Lost the weight and shit. And I could.
What about barbecuing?
Don't get me started with barbecuing.
Like, I feel like I'm grill master of the universe century. Of the century in the universe.
Oh, there no more marijuana for this nigga right here thinking that you can outcook the Jamaican, the Rastafari. the Negro, please. I'm like, but no, I would love to see it because I'm not talking about smoking no meat. I don't be so. I actually barbecue my shit, and I like to be attentive on the grill and shit. To be like, I'm just gonna put it on there for like 200 degrees and set it. And tomorrow morning I'll see you and shit. No, nigga, we out there barbecuing for a good like hour and a half. Let it rest. Chop it up, put it back up in there. Do this, do that. With this, do that, and then bring it to you and go like this. Watch the meat just fall right off the bone and shit. Like, oxtails too. Okay. Well, I cook some oxtails. You be like, I'm come. Next time I do, I'll have you come through. There'll be because the first time I did, it was
the channel that I'm on is called Wheaties. It's a food head and a pot head. Foodie weed pot Wheaties. Yeah. I purposely just put food up.
So
I like looking at it.
I went to Phoenix College. My major, culinary arts. So I wanted my own TV show. But see, back then I wouldn't have even thought like, oh, if you could infuse it or put like weed to it, because this is so illegal and shit, this would be so taboo to have like, what do you do and shit? Like, oh, we do basic food, and I hate to say the word basic because there's people who just like this type of food, but everything's infused. And then there's people who like this type of shit over here too. This is a different type of level of like the next like level up to it. And then there's this right here. I could serve this to your A-listers and shit like that. And it's all infused and shit. And they're like, well, how do you uninfuse it and have it like that? I'm like, I just take this one ingredient out. Weed.
Seriously. I'm really waiting for like a super secret. I'm like, okay.
So now you don't get blown off the food and shit, but it's some spectacular ass motherfucking food. Right. But it's just we just add the oil. We like bam, kick that bitch up and that and shit.
Now we tight. We gotta do that.
Yeah, man, I'm with it. My mom cooks too. Like I got a little team. Like my mom.
Well, I'm good. Like I'm making bomb ass snacks, like our barbecue.
Yeah, I'm the barbecue nigga.
I got the best nachos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do like sliders. And
I don't have a slider pack. No, I don't.
so we do the chicken, the pork, the turkey, the ground beef. You all, and then you can do shrimp. You can do like honey asada. You can do lobster.
Are you a Hawaiian roll guy when you do your sliders?
Yeah. We get the 24 pack of the fucking Hawaiian, cut that bitch in half. But we've done sliders, chopped cheese.
Now, do you realize that's a West thing?
Yeah, chopped cheese. We do it chopped cheese style.
Oh yeah.
Oh nigga, you ain't. Oh man, it's cool to do it like you don't chop cheese them for the most part. When I did it with like a grilled chicken, and I mildly chopped the cheese just to melt the cheese onto it with the, and I served it to these cats and shit. And I was like, here, it's not really like done, but here. And they're like, what did you put in this? And I was like, a little bit of it. Like I didn't really like if I was like cooking for like us, like how I do for like my mom. My mom's like, last time I made curry chicken, I'm not curry chicken, but some jerk chicken. She's like, where did you get the jerk sauce from? Did you go to the store? And I was like, no. It's yours.
Right.
I was like, you made it, you gave it to me and shit. I just had it in the fridge and shit. I was like, it's gonna be a little spicy this time and shit. So let me dumb it down with this juice. Let me put some of this so it won't be so spicy.
Right.
I gave some to my homegirl. She's like, where did you get this from? And I go, I made it. And she's like, wait, with the red beans and rice?
Now, I can make guacamole, but I make it with sour cream.
Oh, okay. So there's a cheat code to that too.
Yeah.
You just salsa.
Yeah.
You just put them together and mash that shit together, but lots of lemon, but then you could chop up like the onions and everything, the cilantro, put it all in there, make like some really good fucking guacamole. But
The festive.
yes, it just depends on who I'm cooking for, and then if it's that, I'm cooking for everybody the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
It don't matter.
Like
It don't matter who the fuck it is. I'm cooking for everybody the same. So I had to tell my mama that. Like, because my mom was cooking for these folks and shit. She was like, cooking for white people. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God, I was like missing some things. And then she came back, brought that shit to the hood. And I was like, what? What is this shit? What?
Yeah.
What is this shit? No, I do not travel from Africa. No, me, I'm not paying attention.
Now, can I put a restaurant on blast out here for that? Lolo.
Which one?
I don't know anymore. Cause you remember it used to be fire, bomb. Then the expansion. Then they brought the expansion flavor back to us, like what made it bomb.
So you know the thing about when you go corporate.
That's what it is. They went corporate.
Yeah, Lolo's got what, like 5, 6 spots and shit, something like that. 5 spots. You get out of like mom and pops, like one spot, Miss White's, right there off Jefferson.
Oh, Miss White's. Yes.
One spot.
Bomb.
One spot.
Bomb. Yeah.
Honey Bear Bar, one spot. They might have 2. You know what I'm saying? But they would have needed to.
Bomb.
You keep the original type of shit. You just have enough niggas to go run. You don't have like 6 or 7 like franchises now, and people own those bitches. They just have your menu. So that could be the case too. What do you think the quality of that shit's gonna be? From not the motherfuckers who put the menu together, throwing down the food. I like those niggas right there. You feel like you get a spot like that, you know the food is gonna be devastatingly good. Hell fucking
I remember for a second there was Mrs. Ross or something on the south side. Now I know a lot of barbecue spots. I was gonna start posting. We have good barbecue.
They're out here.
Yeah.
I'd be wondering what they want on it. You go and I get it. I get it. Like food's not cheap no more. You know
Well,
what
I
I'm saying?
think it's fair because when I go to the Chinese, when I go to the Mexican, when I go to the American, I'm getting hit. If I get fine American food, I get small portions and high prices. So to get some bomb ass barbecue, like that's fair business. I don't even argue anymore after seeing how every other culture presents their foods. You see what I'm saying? I
So-
tear my shit off quick.
What me and my mom have learned is that if we want it that bad, it's dope to go other places and get like certain things. 'Cause I don't really eat red meat like that. I only do it like every now and then and shit. Like I don't
And I'm
really,
the opposite. I don't eat chicken like that.
yeah, I don't really eat pork like that no more and shit. Ever since like the diabetes and shit, like I'm limited. Like every now and then and shit. Like, and if I'm gonna do it, it's probably gonna be St. Louis outlets. It's good.
Dry rub.
Shit, I make my own. I got nigga seasoning. What you talking about? I
Yes.
make my own seasoning. I put it. I blend all.
I got a
these together.
good rub. I got a couple good rubs.
Nigga, what?
Yo.
Oh god. You can't. The ribs I make are they're second to none. They are, and they're like anybody else. How the fuck they do it? I may do it a little different.
Right. That's
You know,
the game.
I just put a little different spin on it. How?
And we ain't gonna tell no secrets.
No, we're just gonna get it done and shit. You're like, this is the finished product right here. Drive down and just.
And you know what's funny? A lot of people, how do you do this? I'll give you the secret to barbecue sauce right now. It's tomato paste, Worcestershire sauce, and then some molasses.
Yeah.
You start that as your basis, and then you can grow.
Yeah, you start adding your seasonings to this shit. Honey in that.
And then that's that. And then depending on that, you know what honey barbecue sauce, the volume, like you see what I'm saying? So we'll give you game. We'll give you some game.
I know some cats that like it like that. They put a little soy sauce, put a little smoke in it and shit.
See, I really felt like I helped blow that wave up. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I remember the first time motherfuckers saw me put in some soy sauce, I was like, nigga, what? I said, shh. I said, look. And you know why the first time I used soy sauce? That's all the fuck we had. To add something on it. For some reason, we had some punk ass soy sauce. I was like, damn,
I used the
it
low
ended up being
sodium.
something, you know?
We use like low sodium everything, so you get a ton of the flavors and shit. And I use a lot of peppers and onions and scallions and shit. Like I like to cook with my the fucking neighbors, right? Oof, Lord. Like if one of these times we'll have to like, so the backyard here is like so set up for like so my kids can have something to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Like they can swim or they can hoop on the other side and shit.
Right.
So, but these neighbors over here, they got dogs. They dogs be tearing up like everything. So if they ain't on top of they shit, there's flies everywhere, right? So yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. And then these ones over here, they don't take, they do no landscaping at all. So they weeds grow so big and then they die. And then they're really big and then the wind will just nigga.
And we love our neighbors.
Like this, nigga, and be like, oh, you guys are still over there, you're still alive and shit. Okay, I said this and shit, these motherfuckers. But they have a rosemary bush. And the bush is growing through the fence, the wood fence. Nigga, whole chicken, smash crack. Crack it. Go over to the neighbors. Crack off a nice big old bush of that free ass rosemary and shit, and wash that shit, and then throw it in the fucking, you can throw it in the air fryer, get some nice, like toasted.
But isn't rosemary poisonous?
No, it's a seasoning.
It's a seasoning?
Yes.
I don't know. Last time I met a bitch named Rosemary. I'm joking. It's a seasoning?
Yes, nigga. I go get some right now from them heavens,
Nah,
man.
I'm gonna have to do my herbal research.
Yeah, oh, man. You can buy rosemary at the store.
It's not a scent? It's not part of the candles?
No. Rosemary's so good.
Is it?
We put it like, you can do it on turkey, chicken. So anyways, you get a whole chicken and a little bit of oil, but fuck the oil and shit. That's when you get the can of butter. Okay. You got the can of butter all over this motherfucker. You season it up, and then, yes. And then you turn it over and almost roll this bitch up in the fucking, the rosemary all through in all the chicken and garlic clove, just whole ones in there, shit in that shit, just bake that bitch.
So I saw you use the needle injector.
For turkeys, I do a mean turkey. Oh goodness, nigga.
You deep fry it or you bake it?
No. We bake that shit, but we have a turkey oven. It's like a dome. Shit, you put it inside there, and I cook it in the turkey bag too, because the bag is where it's at.
It keeps the steam. I do like to use Ultima's bag. I know some people that use them versus people use them.
I know some people that take them out and then they like to roast it at the end and throw it in the oven, like so it gets a nice little color on it and shit. I'm like, no, this turkey's done and it's injected and it's like
the best ones I have were deep fried or smoked. So I'll be honest.
We inject it with like
I like the
melted butter.
Yeah.
The melted seasoned butter and shit like you would do a crab boil. Like the same kind of shit you would do, suck all that up and inject that motherfucker just like that. And I'm like, cheat code. Lemon, hot sauce, garlic, butter, seasoning, all-purpose seasoning. Microwave. Melt it down.
You don't use Larry's no more? Nobody uses Larry's no more?
You can put it a little bit on the outside, but it's high in sodium. So if I'm gonna do this, like I said, I'm gonna use the Tony's no salt. There's a Dash no salt. There's some other ones too that are lower in sodium. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for way more of the flavor and less of the salt. So if you build them like that. If you only use like a little bit of this, 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 a little bit, and use just a little bit of all of them and shit. Because some fools think like you gotta go bouillon. Flip it around and look, and it's got 1,000 milligrams of fucking sodium in it. Bad on heart.
I mean, we gotta start the health journey somewhere.
And that's not preaching or pushing that on
Right,
somebody.
yeah,
that's just my own.
Yeah.
That's just how I personally get down.
Right.
It substitutes no fucking flavor. Absolutely none. None. You're like, because you have used like them to be using just all of this one, like all of this one, and all of this one. It's like, ugh. It'll be like all of these ones, and it'll be like half of one of the ones. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like for the sodium, instead of like all like that's how I see the shit. And like, and it had so much flavor. Because I'm gonna keep on doing the butter like that, and just keep on injecting.
Oh, as you cooking it.
So you can do it like that too. I never even thought about doing that. Because leg quarters are so much better with that bone. It keeps the fucking meat nice and just, yeah, it's better than the fucking breasticles. So that should dry out if you don't know how to cook breast like that.
Right.
Because
Definitely, right.
some people don't know how to cook that shit, don't know how to cut it. You gotta. If you gotta low and slow them hose and shit, indirect heat and shit, so it kind of bleeds out. But then you gotta probe them hose and make sure they get to about 65. If not, you get sick. Who wants to get sick? I know I don't. I know I don't.
I was watching something about the lymphatic system.
It's crazy you brought that up.
Shout out to it's a brother out there. This one TV show called Earn Your Leisure. Not a TV show, but another YouTube channel. Earn Your Leisure or whatever. A high level conversation with a brother talking about the lymphatic system and really what prevents sickness or because of it being damaged causes sickness.
So that's what's going on with my brother. They're saying that his lymph nodes were something was fucked up with it, and it was causing bad circulation to his feet, so he had to get it. He just had surgery, his second one yesterday, so shouts out to Lizelle, and it was A+, and everything had went A-O-fucking-K, according to the doctors. But they'll tell you one thing, that's why I love to send Ball and Chain, because she worked at the Children's Hospital. So she's heard the medical terms, and she knows how to, like, she's almost a prosecutor to these motherfuckers. Like, oh, you said that, but yeah, but what about this and shit, and what about that, and what about, oh, they're like, oh, where do you work? Where do you work? Like, well, I work with the children and shit, so I don't think it's so far-fetched that, like, even if a child was going through the same kind of thing, they would hear almost the same kind of shit. They're just smaller individuals and shit, if that kind of makes sense. Yeah. So, not in the same realm, but in the same kind of scope of, like, medical. Me, you'd be King Tom, and I'd be like, cool, doc, we great. So, do I get back to the switch, or should I switch it up to the papers? Because if so, I got, I'll
right. Just give me direction.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't mind smoking joints and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm a Rasta. So I should. Just
I wouldn't. You know what I wouldn't mind trying is those leaves.
Big ones, big crazy fucking leaves. You get cut them into like. I don't know. That seems like.
No, not the. Okay, so the people like 30 and below. It's Backwood did their thing. How Swisher Sweet did us.
Yeah, oh no,
Backwood got these niggas. Yeah,
rappers. They got all little rappers, but they be rolling once like the size of my
of baby arms, and I love it.
Yeah,
they be surprised. I'm like, no, nigga, we used to have to buy multiple ones. Do your thing. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't put 3.5 in one.
Hey, and it's funny though to smoke it because you know how they tell us, oh, you know what, you don't gotta put a bunch of weed in there. You don't get it. Fuck that. You hit that shit a couple times, yeah, you good. You gonna put like it's rare that I've seen a couple niggas probably like go through the whole blunt, but it had to be like a group.
So
you know what I mean?
You know that's another thing too, is that it would be like anybody out there that love that kind of shit, and you
Yeah.
would. You know how many niggas would be like, I want to come sit on the couch with those niggas and shit, see what's up. And be like, it'd be just cool to bounce some ideas off these niggas about even kind of like what's going on in my head and shit.
Right.
It'd be like one of them things. Like, yeah, man, cool. Yeah, hit us up. And it's not
Flip
like
my guys, hit us up. Everybody hit us up. Shit.
whatever the fuck it is and shit, because you never know.
Yes.
You absolutely. But they would come through and roll them big old fucking Frenchy shit.
Oh, so they come over here, they smoking. They gotta smoke the weed. Obviously, yeah, true. I'm tripping. Hey, that be hot.
You sit,
That'd
chill.
be hot.
I turn the fucking purifier on, so it kind of keeps the smoke to a minimum and shit. And we vibe.
That'd be hot. You get Martha Stewart ass right.
We dope to get some real, like, not real, but like, oh shit, like then I can respect everything that you've done and shit, because it never came across disrespectful to me, because you never said nothing about my kids. You never said nothing about my mama and none of my people, my folks and shit like that. I don't get it, man. And
That's neither here nor there.
yeah, no, I'm just serious. Some people get in their feelings like real hard about some shit. Like,
Yeah, don't holler.
They never really came that way. It'd be cool to smoke with legends. That'd be
Yeah, you got me going on my brain lately.
Yeah.
Just started like to get a little list together and start working on that.
like some cats that like, and not even looking for tutelage, looking for stories.
Yeah, just to chop it up, trade stories, yeah.
It
Talk shit.
because the lane is our
See what
own
type
lane.
of weed they smoke?
This is our
Yeah.
lane. This is our lane, and it's kind of cool to do some different type of like lanes, because there's a bunch of them out there to be like. So you got to start with because from construction you got to X. We got to there's all these trees and shit. We're gonna have to get rid of these trees and shit to make like a dirt road, and then eventually if we wanted to go asphalt, you could put asphalt down. That's nice and quiet to do it. Or fancy pants with the nice dollars that roll in and shit like, yes, sirree. Get the pavers and have them cats be slapping on the pavers and shit like, yeah. However you want it, we serve it. However, yeah. Burger King needs your way. They got the catchy jingle and shit. I had to give it up to Burger King. They got the catchy jingle.
It's a lot of catchy Wendy's.
Yeah, and I don't even eat.
They got
fast food.
R&B singles.
I don't even eat fast food, bro. I don't. I gave it up. But I'll fuck up a burrito from like Berto's. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, shout
I
out
will.
to Phil Berto.
And I feel bad for them cats that don't even have that kind of shit.
I was traveling around different states and shit like that.
And they're like, hold on, time, you don't got no Berto's? And they're like, Berto's? Like, hold on, time, y'all don't got like a fast food Mexicans? Oh yeah, they got Taco Bell over there. Shit, I'm not talking.
So I was disappointed in Crystals and White Castles.
I still haven't had White Castle out there in Texas.
Oh no.
I drive past that.
Oh
bitch.
no, you haven't been. You have. Oh bro.
Not even the one on the west side. I heard they opened one on the west side. and
I
shit,
didn't know
too.
they opened no restaurants. I was talking about like in the Midwest.
The real deal.
And then yeah, then in the South they have the version called Crystals.
Didn't even know that. I'll tell you this. I went to Alabama. Was that out? Yeah, we were in
Now they would
Alabama.
have Crystals instead of White Castle.
We went to Popeyes.
Okay.
How Big Mama's sister Letha, and like 3 of her cousins, Jasmine and whoever, sure, all they all worked up in this.
Jasmine.
How these bitches threw down in the fuck? I was like, hold on, I know they got these hoes out there in Phoenix and shit, but how they threw down? They're like, we put our little. And then I was like, no wonder why the motherfucking line was like almost out to the fucking shit. It was like, well, I really want this. I want to find out what the fuck is going on.
Right.
It was worth it. Letha, shout out to Letha, but that was back in 04.
Boy, we're gonna have to check on
So,
LinkedIn.
I'm serious.
This
She,
is 20 years
she
later.
should be managing regional manager and in charge of fucking product development. The whole nine. Bitch needs her own fucking shit.
We're getting it in. Fuck Popeye's recipe.
Oof, Letha's.
And that's dope when you go to restaurants like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Where you just, can I be honest, traveling a little bit, like on these little Greyhound buses and road trips and shit like that, right? The best restaurants is just shit like, it's a convenience store, the gas tank is old as fuck. You
Yeah.
walk in there and it's the high school serving trays.
Yep.
You know, like the silver pans, you know what I
Yep.
mean? the window's cloudy, it looks dirty. You like, God damn. But you ain't ate. The first couple times, that's how I found that shit out. I didn't eat. I was like, fuck it, let me get Wookie Walk. And was blessed every single time.
They got somebody back there that really know what they
Really
doing.
know what they doing.
They really know what they doing. And shit.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness, on the side of the road.
On the side of the road.
Goodness. I think this whole on the way back and shit. Matter of fact, double up one of them, Joyce.
Right. Joyce is back there.
See you back there, Joyce. And shit. See,
That's funny.
this bitch really know what she doing back there.
Joyce
She's
is
like,
nice
yeah,
and white.
man,
That's
I ain't
hilarious.
mad at her. I'm really
Yeah.
not even fucking close to mad at her and shit.
At all.
Like, she need a raise.
Dead ass.
She really
I don't know if
fucking
they're
raised.
paying us not enough.
No, not even close. Cause yeah, get the fuck out of this.
I stopped on one side of the road. These niggas had giblets.
Really?
Yes,
That's
a
some,
variety of giblets.
that's some real nigga shit. Cause a lot of people don't.
No, they were white. I was in Florida.
Okay, never mind.
I said, Florida is off the chain. They don't have alleys. They got water.
No, so what part?
All of it.
No.
It's
Because
water. It's water.
No.
Water.
Because my auntie stayed in West Palm Beach, right by the airport, and shit. So when we went, and I was like, the streets are white. This is like there's so much cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So much coke.
My first experience was college. We were supposed to shoot just Alabama, but we ended up in Jacksonville. The niggas fell asleep out here. I was driving.
ended up in
Jacksonville, Florida.
How you they like that's some dumb and dumb shit. Like
No, it was some high. It was the homie's birthday. We got faded, smoked weed. I went to the strip club. The niggas got overloaded in life and put me at driver. And off to the east we went. Like niggas didn't recognize we left the pub like hit the heat. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
we ended up we were gonna go down to Miami, but we were acting like shit as I was trying to hustle with some weed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck, how am I gonna get some fucking weed?
Yeah.
And this is not working. So I'm like, anything they need me to do, it's gonna cost you shit. I'm trying to hustle up. I'm just trying to get $10 and meet up with this cat at the docks or at the fishing pier. Little young cat, he was 12 years old, he was 6'1". I'll never forget, he was taller than me and shit. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I can get some weed here, give me the money. And I go, you think I'm stupid? I was like, you come back tomorrow with the weed and shit, I got the money. Matter of fact, you come back with it tomorrow, I got double the money and shit. And I'm like, I'm gonna sweeten that for you and shit to bring it and shit. I need to smoke, baby, you know what I'm saying? I don't even care you bring me some sticks and stems right now. I'm gonna be out here, I already had the pipe ready to go and shit. Ready to go and shit. And I was like, all right. And the motherfucker never showed up. I was out there all day. I told my mom, so I was like, come back in like 5 hours. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, just go enjoy Florida. She's like, just leave me out here. I'm just gonna be fishing out there by myself. In Florida. Who cares? Somebody try to run up, hey, I'm gonna be swinging, I'm gonna throw their ass off. Whatever. I could swim like a motherfucker and shit too. I'll jump the fuck in and like.
So college football, who do you got? You say
Notre Dame.
Who?
Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Without
For
doubt.
what? To do what?
I'll burn your kneecaps. They get to do what? To shipper it. They put. Didn't they do the in 8 this year?
I thought. I don't know. I just noticed
somebody could correct me on
it's
that.
right here.
But I think it's the top 8 now get in instead of the top 4.
And you got them winning the whole thing.
If they did in, and this is.
Is this your underdog pick or is this your dominating pick? Like you expect them to really? What was their record last year?
Those niggas was good. They maybe only lost like 2-3 games. Notre Dame is.
So this is your underdog pick.
Notre Dame has been my school since the 80s.
There it is. You're a fan.
Since like Jerome Bettis.
So you're a Rudy type individual. This is their year.
Yeah. Every year's the year. It's like the Raiders, nigga. You think I'm gonna root against the Raiders? I'll tell you in Spanish, tu madre. Estúpido. No.
All right. If we take out Notre Dame.
And who takes out Notre Dame? Nigga, nobody. Nigga, they undefeated. Nigga went in it all. What's wrong with you? Shout out to South Bend, Indiana.
Let's go
shit.
Notre Dame.
Fuck, we out here Phoenix. I'm telling you that nigga shit. Nigga said, really, nigga. I'm telling you. None of these schools right here, Iowa State, Kansas. Who's your squad?
Notre Dame. The fuck? I don't know.
You don't even vote like
I vote.
ASU, like ASU, like hey, yeah, ASU and shit, but
Oh yeah, I'm going for the state. Like even if we're going against the #1 ranked team, Notre Dame, any of them niggas, yeah, I'm rocking with Arizona or ASU or GCU. Flat the fuck out.
So,
yeah, flat out. I'm from the desert, my nigga.
it's
Right here.
strange. I've never been a U of A fan.
I have. Growing up, I thought they was the niggas downtown or in Tempe. I mean, I think I'm cheering.
So my whole thing with knowing that those niggas was down in Tucson is that
Right.
there was this cat, his name was Adam Mohammed.
Yeah.
He's playing at Washington, but he came out of Apollo High School. Okay. And this cat's legit running back.
Shout out to U of A. Yeah.
No. He was gonna go to U of A. U of A's coach, whatever the fuck his name is, he ended up going to Washington because Washington's coach went to Alabama. So Adam followed the coach up, and then I asked him like a couple days ago. I was like, "Are you playing? Are you redshirt?" He's like, "I'm playing," and I'm like, "You're gonna be a true freshman running back." Yeah, number 24, Washington, the Huskies. So I'm like, he was the referee for my son's football games and shit. I used to bag on him because that nigga is dark. Ooh, he is as dark as like our facial hair. You feel like you can't tell where his facial hair is like that. That's how dark he is, unless he smiles.
Right.
I was like, that nigga is like under the couch dark, like with the lights off and shit, and like the blankets on the windows and shit.
I love dark people.
I do. Hey, this nigga is 1201. Like midnight 05, nigga. He's like midnight 05, nigga. Dark. He's that dark, nigga. Like used motor oil. Like you know when you do a oil change.
Is it safe to say Michael Blackson?
No. He's like Michael Blackson's like shadow. He's that dark. Like he's. When you close your eyes, and then right before you start to dream, that darkness right there. That's how dark he is. Right.
Ain't that wrong. I know what you mean, right when you go to sleep. And
everything shuts off. Everything
sleeping,
shuts off real
that
dark and
moment,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's him. He's like, boom. You know, that's him right there.
Wow. I want to say he'll be a good night brother.
You know what? Camouflage. Nigga pop up out from the darkness and you like, nigga, didn't even see a nigga. And he was like, no, I was standing here the whole time and shit. Like, yeah, man, but it's rare to come across them like that.
That's rare. That's African words.
Well, he's African. But
Wow. What do you think about stereotypes? Do they fit?
no, because it's you. It's literally how you because there's a ton of African like kids that
I like
choose
Right.
to be like okay.
Sure.
So I went to Circle K and they scammers. They came off to me as scammers, like they were in their stealing shit.
Nigerians.
Yeah, I don't know. They were all tall as fuck, all of them. But the dude was like,
I'm not stereotyping Nigerians.
No, I'm not. But
I am.
This scammers, like they would literally be in the credit card scams. They would be in the scamming because that's what. I guess that's what that's how it is back home. They know their uncles probably do that shit. It's part of the fucking culture. Fuck am I to sit here and knock some niggas because they.
Well, what would you say if people said that about Phoenix or Arizona? Like all the niggas from Arizona are scammers, man. Just because we had a lot of scammers earlier.
I'd be like, that's not all the niggas. And
You
that's
just
not all.
said that about
No. What I'm saying is.
You said all the Africans.
No. Come on. I was gonna say because that was how these ones came out. This cat, Adam Mohammed, driven, work ethic, good kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, got a future, got goals, he's doing it how
Like
like
Muhammad.
Well, no, Prince Amukamara came out of Apollo.
How do you feel saying those names?
How do I?
Like I avoid saying their names.
I don't know. It's one of them things.
She's like, don't you get like a little jolt with your
Oh shit! No, I'm just saying for niggas that have literally grew up around here type shit that made it. Made it. That's all.
Barack Obama.
Made it.
He didn't grow up out here. He grew up
No, but still.
Yeah.
That just lets you know
That's
it's
it.
possible.
One of those names.
It's possible to actually, if you want it that bad, and if you come up through the ranks, I just think everybody, if you're gonna do it, you come up through the ranks like that. You like, oh, you were a senator, you're a politician, like you know, this is kind of what you do and shit.
Okay, but don't you think nepotism, legacy, trust funds, things like that will, you know, propel somebody like coming up?
It's a path already walked. It's a lot easier.
Right?
So it's the ones that navigate away from that and choose to not say do that, but they end up prosperous. We're gonna look at the cup half full instead of being all this. Yeah, and then instead of saying like, oh, the ones that didn't follow they folks and they fell the fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of those ones. That ain't the focus. The focus is on, even if it was that, I bet you they had an opportunity to go back this way and get it right. I would hope the fuck so. I would literally hope the fuck so. But not everybody's built the same, and we know this. Like Will is like, there's some strong-willed people that are like, I refuse.
They say you can put a potato in boiling water. Well, no, it's an egg in boiling water. And it becomes hard. Oh yeah, or you put a potato in there and it becomes
soft. Same shit, huh? Yeah, you never. It's almost like the cards that you were dealt, and sometimes you're the dealer.
And don't realize it.
Yeah.
And then, now when you realize you're the dealer, you know how scary that is though too?
Yeah.
Because now people, here goes the 48 laws of power, manipulation. Now everybody's looking, right?
Yep.
What's this guy's agenda? Or what's this? That's how I feel when I'm around people.
Sincerity.
Right.
How? And like you said, you might not get the same authentic person that they might give to somebody else because they might figure like, I could maybe get over more on this person if I try that on this person.
You see how you use the term?
Yeah.
Try on them.
Yeah, try it.
So that's why, like, moving up through this gang that we're entering, right? It's gonna have to be that cannibalization of, like, maybe you're already on a platform and now we're just merging platforms to help grow an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe you're coming in and you don't want to help grow shit with your pockets, and that's understandable, but then you got to know your role in if you want to grow your pockets. You know what I mean? If you're not on the platform creative building side, if you're not on the contribution support side, you know what I mean? If you just want to come in and say, you know,
this was my 2 cents, and I think it's worth some foldable things that I'm like, no, that's not that. Just keeping it like $1.50 to be like, you weren't there when the rebar was being set after the fucking trees had already got. You don't even know who the paving crew that came through, and I was like, Monty, dude. How does Monty? Because me and Monty knows the pavers. He knows the asphalt crew and shit. I know he put the asphalt down and shit. Like it's a little different from the foundation.
Right.
Up then to be like, oh no, the penthouse looks so nice and shit. Be like, you should have seen the plans on it and shit. Like the work that it took to make it look like that and shit, to make sure that it was so fucking appealing that look at you wanting to go step into the penthouse and shit.
right. What does it take to get there?
Yep. There's like a Nipsey Hussle kind of approach to it and shit, like the marathon. That shit never fucked.
And that helped my mind frame a lot. Like starting the process of sobriety, the process of, all right, I'm gonna completely leave hustles alone. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna scam. I'm not gonna hit the
Hustle something else.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not selling pussy.
You've already lived all that. That's what I'm saying. What's this next chapter gonna look like?
Right.
You get a chance to write it. Instead of somebody, get up, Adams, get up. Now, you get up. You're a man. You got kids. Not even responsibilities like that, but
Well, no, responsibilities. I was talking to somebody else. Shout out to Flacco. And we were talking about that. The more accountability, the more responsibility you take, the bigger man you become. True. The greater man.
true. Owning that shit, you know, like stand on business and shit. I'm like, I stand on the bullshit. Shut the fuck up.
And for me, it started simply. It resonated when I realized no matter where I'm at, where our environment I'm in, that has to be me. If I'm clean, if I'm on time, if I'm scheduled, if I fold, if I, you know what I mean, if I shit on the floor, I have to do that consistently, no matter, you know what I mean?
Because if how easy is to fall the fuck off the line? That I'm so used to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, when I start to hang on a little bit for dear life, it's more of a roller coaster. So a challenge like that, it's like, ooh, that thrill of actually holding on and actually, like, you know what I'm saying? Then it'd be like, I'm so used to just taking a little tumble, kind of walking and then hopping back and doing the same shit. It's almost like train cars, like hopping from, like, you might get to see the fucking country and shit, but how much did you really see it if you were like underneath the fucking box car and you weren't like sitting somewhere, yeah, with a window right here, some dude coming up with your fucking drink and shit, be like, I gotta smoke you, Captain, because marijuana's legal. That kind of shit. Yes. Yeah. You know what it's like to be under the box car and shit. See what it's like to actually get up in this fucking bitch. Yeah.
We talk about this so much.
Yeah, no, well, no, it's one of, so when we go, like, we'll go to Vegas and shit, if I'm gonna do Vegas, like, we usually get an Airbnb and shit because I need to be able to go out on the back porch and smoke my marijuana and, like, read the paper, and it's not even reading the paper anymore, I'm just like to smoke my marijuana in peace and not worry about nobody and shit, so, if we do get a dope ass hotel, it'll be like one of those when you're supposed to have this shit. Like,
well, you know, have you? Fridge actually took me to a hotel where they invited me where they had a hotel where you could smoke weed.
Clarity, downtown. Yeah.
So you've been there?
Yeah. Okay. It was cool, but there's a lot of like places like that where it's weed friendly, and I'm like, no, that's cool.
That's what it's called, weed friendly?
Yeah, the they have resorts and shit like that too. Love to get it.
We gotta get into that.
Yeah, there's dope ones up north and shit too.
If you want a review, you want us to go look at your resort, let us know.
That would be dope.
Fucking right, yeah.
Yeah, especially like any of the like space rocks and the snow caps and the moon rocks and the sugar. Yeah. And I'm out of diamonds right now. But I love all of that shit.
Yeah, me too. I don't even know what you were talking about, but yeah.
Concentrates.
Yeah.
All of it. And if I was to make a booger with all of them and feed you a nectar collector or some, see, there's a lot of
Did you
cats.
say a booger?
Yes. So it'd be like a little bit of diamonds, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of some hash.
Who came up with that name?
The booger. That's what it looked like when it's done and shit. When you pack all them, you get a little piece of shatter that's like real like bend, like moldable and shit. You get it on there and fucking put a little distillate on that shit, and then you just put it right on that hot ass nail and start sucking in all them concentrates all at once and shit, and then you start throwing up gang signs with it hurts and burp. Yeah.
I remember the first time I hit a good pin with the you press the button and pull the pin off the person. Bro, I started walking so slow. Like everything was like,
I call that shit diet weed.
At this point.
Yeah.
This point. I actually didn't even bang my pen, but yeah, at this point.
Yeah, it's good for the homies. I can't smoke blunts everywhere, and I'm like, I get it. You know, it'd be dope to have her on that too. Her name is Gina. Gina's my homie.
Shout out to Jim.
Yeah.
Now what about gummies?
So you can bake. But I like, there's certain gummies out there that really...
You said Gina can make gummies.
No, Gina used to get the mushrooms. The magical mushrooms that are... I love mushrooms.
I don't. Oh my.
No, I like the mushrooms that send me to Jupiter for a little bit, and then I be sliding around those, and then I come right the fuck back. I ate some mushrooms with one of my homegirls one time, and she had a hard time coming back from Mars and shit. It was like, I'm like, literally flew right past her, coming back to Earth and shit. And she's like, I'm lost. You never ate mushrooms? No psychedelics?
Well, yeah. Fuck yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't eat more. But everything, the fuck. I don't care if it was like LSD. I don't care if it was like the ketamine.
Yeah, never done ketamine, but I've done acid.
Acid.
No.
Yeah, other different shit like that's LSD.
I watched my homegirl do DMT in front of me. I love mushrooms.
Yeah, be out of DHC, DMT, salvia.
I smoked salvia before I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Used to do whippets all the time.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't know that was a psychedelic trip. For some reason that year, I just wanted to trip the fuck
It's
out.
like wah wah
Yeah,
wah wah. They got this new
I got
shit.
into Jimi Hendrix.
Have you heard about that shit that Kanye's on? It's the big fucking crazy tanks and shit. They're like this. They're pretty. I seen this cat. He was ordering food. He's like,
Is that the shit that's turning them all skinny and shit?
I don't think it's turning them all skinny. I think it's turning them into fucking zombies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes your lips all blue and shit. But it's like taking whippets or like a full can of fucking whipped cream. Just all the shit.
Maybe like traversing through the shit that they traveling back and forth.
I don't know. Must be the kids are on that shit, and I'm like, yeah, it's almost like huffing paint without the fucking paint.
Yeah.
Just getting all the.
I had heard about that shit.
Oh, you start talking like Darth Vader and shit. You're like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I don't need none of that.
Yeah. Well, so look, Wednesday, I'm finna shut this down because it's 5:24. Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
The earlier the better, right?
The earlier the better. Yeah. We can get them even longer.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we can
thinking.
run a longer.
Or even we could be professional and have like a thing where we kind of set it up a little bit better.
Yeah. I'm gonna I just gotta. So.
Come up with a schedule. Every Wednesday for sure. Fuck with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna make another channel just for the podcast called Chocolate Thunder Podcast. You see what
That
we're
is
doing?
nuts.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So,
Because I haven't, like, I'll tell you about all that shit. All right. I'll tell you. All right.
Oh, that's an hour. That was an hour and a half straight.